Do you want to learn more about the real Belize and listen to locals and expat stories that are actually living here in Belize? Well, you're in the right place right now. You're listening to Belize Talk Radio, and I'm your host, Macarena Rose. Welcome back, everybody, to Belize Talk Radio, and we decided that we were going to share something very special with you. You're getting like insider information about the Green School in Belize, and I'm very passionate about children, very passionate about education, and I am really a believer in education is getting out in the world and seeing it. And you can do that by even reading books. You can get to other countries and places. The fact that the Green School, which Jude, you're going to tell us about, is in process right now here in Belize of being the vision, and it's actually, we're going to go take a peek even at the land that's been cleared for it. It's happening, and, you know, frankly, we could use your help. We'd appreciate help. And, you know, these are some of the children and the students that absolutely are part of this whole yumminess. So, Jude, tell us about the Green School.
Well, about 5 years ago when I got the land, I had a vision come through about it being a school someday over here and on the land. I'm part of the land. And so actually these kids, all of these kids have been in my life since then. This one for a long time because I gave birth to her. This is my daughter, Amara. And then these two are like family, my best friend. And they were both born here, I think, yeah, and raised. And then this is Marlon, a son of one of my good friends who lives here in the village, Sukut's village, very close. And these two are both 15, and he's awesome, and he's excited about the Green School and has a lot to say about it, so I thought they should all be here. And we actually made vision boards. Do you guys remember that? Like 5 years ago, We Are the World? Yeah. And we made it, so we've been like manifesting this for a long time, and then I just kind of was meditating a few months ago and heard it's time to clear the land, and this is what's starting to come through, and then everything's kind of moving forward, so.
So tell me, what is the Green School? What is this?
Well, when I really didn't know. I just knew that it was going to be something about the kids, like as we're moving into this new shift, this new paradigm that's happening that started 2012, we are advancing, and our schools aren't, all over the world. So I just feel that just as God is too big for one religion, so is the kids are too big for just always being inside of a box. And there's just so much more than just what we learn, which is very valid, math and all of the subjects that we learn. We need to remember where we live here on this earth and how to take care of it. We need to remember that there's a lot of vision, a lot of passion that we have as children that don't get nourished, and that's really our birth vision, and that's really what we're here to learn and live. And I think that needs to be supported a lot more than it is in any school.
I'm really resonating with that, and I want to offer up that I will teach them Reiki. I'm a Reiki master, so I'll come and do the Reiki classes, okay, you all? And it's very yummy, actually. When you get in touch with the earth and your surroundings, you realize that you are part of this world, and therefore you can make changes by what you learn. Does any of you children want to talk about what a Green School or what a different kind of school system means to you? Something out of the box? What does that look like for you?
Marlon?
Well, it looks like a better place like to learn, because then you're not held, like in a prison, what we refer to it normally in school. So for me, it's going to be like a new opportunity to learn more, right?
Yeah.
So I believe that this is a great project because we are working with nature instead of working against with nature.
Yeah. Wow. Wow, that's so true.
Yes.
And learning actually to work with the nature is fabulous, because it's always going to be here as long as we protect it and we take care of it. And it's something that we need to know how to rely on. And, even in the mandala garden, we were seeing that, it's sustenance and everything. And so you're Mr. Chapa. Introduce him.
Oh, this is my dear friend Chepe, and he has been also up here meditating with me for about 5 years, holding the space, and he's writing a book and has a lot of information. He's Mayan. And we've also talked a lot, Chepe and I, about the fact that there isn't a lot of education. When we're in the middle of Mayan land, there isn't a lot of education on a lot of this, and So the history classes are kind of sometimes a little dry, and I think we should be field tripping and learning. And so Chepe is going to be doing a lot of teaching on the books that he's writing to the kids. And so he is also very high and well connected to spirit, and I'd like to introduce my dear friend and angel, Chepe.
Thank you.
And again, listeners, if you're not able to see the video, log into the Facebook for the Vision Quest. You'll be able to see it there.
It's actually, I'm sorry, let me interrupt you.
Oh, she's gonna correct me. That's okay.
You can find the project starting the Green School Belize on thevisionexchange.com. There's a little tab for it. But as we do the crowdfunding, we're going to be giving it its own website. So for now, it's a part of that. But you can like it. Please like it on Facebook at Green School Belize.
Can I like it again? I already liked it, of course. I want to like it again, like it again, like it again.
Spread the word.
When I moved here to Belize 10 years ago, I came with 2 teenagers, and I really would have appreciated an opportunity for the children to have had that experience to go to a green school, something that is actually part of the environment. And you're also going to teach them, obviously, academic things too.
Yes.
But to have that combination, it really shows, because we are such a combination of beings ourselves, to learn how to live in the universe, but to actually have the academics and the environment combined is fabulous. Hats off to your vision.
Thank you.
Great meditation work.
Yes. I appreciate to be here. And I am glad that Jude's plan is being materialized, because we need to carry human being to the all, to be united to the all, and that's really a spiritual part that many people worldwide haven't seen it, and we have to awaken to build leaders for the humanity worldwide. And introducing my book, I know we need many things to attract people to this side of the country. That's why I already did the first part of my book, right? Named How Benque Viejo Started. Yeah. That has never been written. Other people have written, but just like dramas. But the real part of the story, like where the first factory of rum was done in Benque, is in my book with pictures. Also why the first church in Benque was being fired, and many other parts, like where the lumbers were thrown, and how many things should be known, like why Clarissa Falls is named Clarissa Falls.
And which we're right at the entrance of Clarissa Falls.
Yes, and we should mark it when the date when Thomas Paslow named Clarissa Falls, changing it from Gobert Falls to Paslow. To Clarissa Falls.
And see, listeners, this is what we're talking about. To get a school with the history of where we live and where we are, to have a further appreciation of actually the benefit of that is priceless. And I have to say, we were talking during a break, and you actually had told me that you all were meditating about a radio show. So share about that.
Yeah.
Well, Chepe and I were making a vision board together and meditating up here years ago, I think like 4 years, maybe 3 years ago, and one of the many times, and we said, yes, we have to have a radio station so that we can get the truth out, all over, not just Belize, everywhere, so we got very excited, and we made vision boards, and
I think worldwide they will agree that we are all human beings, we are all brothers worldwide, no matter what color, what religion, what nation, we're still one in the world.
What a wonderful teacher you are. The Green School's blessed to have a teacher like you, frankly. Yummy. And I have to say, I'm sorry it took me so long to get here to bring the radio station to you.
So here we are, right? We have the radio station.
But I felt.
And I know.
I was called. I knew that. when we had breakfast, the other week, or just about a week ago, I was so called and so drawn to get this to the listeners. Listeners, I know you listen from all over the world. We've gotten emails from Sri Lanka and Colombia and Venezuela and England and the Philippines and from everywhere that you all listen from, and to be able to share this with you is just yummy. It's just fantastic. It's juicy yummy.
It's juicy yummy.
I'm sure the world is prepared for that, because worldwide I have met many people that all agree that we have to be one human being worldwide, and that will support the peace inside of our hearts worldwide. That's the best choice we could have.
Well, yes, and peace in our hearts is very
First, we have to
fabulous. It's
work for the
awesome.
peace in ourselves.
So I don't want to take all the talking up. Do you all have anything you want to share or thoughts about schools in Belize, or about, hey, it's your floor. What do you want to talk about as far as green school?
I left school about a week ago to do homeschool. I think I'm going to go into the green school too. And I just found it very mainstream about how they like make you memorize and just study. Of course you're supposed to study, but you know, you don't really get a lot of hands-on learning. And this green school will do that, you know, natural learning about plants and stuff, our environment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Different.
And also, it's interesting because Tariq is homeschooling now, and he is doing the homeschooling program that we're going to be using for the individual learning programs for the green school, which is Global Village. And it's
So
awesome.
you're really paving the path, aren't you? And what about you? You have something that's exciting about the school, or what are your thoughts about it? Or you're in school right now?
Yeah, well, I'm excited because in school you don't really learn about how to survive, like how to grow in a garden. And like even if you do learn about stuff, you don't actually go out in a garden and plant plants or anything. Or you don't have like cooking classes or like
nutrition.
Exactly. And
Why is this good? Yeah.
yeah, and also when you go to school, like Marlon said, it's kind of like you go to a prison because it's like all caged in, and like the only green is kind of like grass. And here, if we have classes, I think it's going to be like no walls, right?
Right.
And it's all going to be open, and yeah.
Yummy. Amara, what do you think about the green school?
I think it's going to be really great because, well, a lot of the points everyone else said, and I mean, it's a lot like a prison. They really, like, they say they're teaching you how to, like, succeed in life, but really they're not showing you, they're just reading it to you from a book. And it's kind of like, how am I supposed to do that if you don't show me how? Like, yeah.
It gives the application. And I'm so sorry, Amara, that you went after everyone else, because of course we've all said gimme things, and we've all felt those. And and what else do you have? Poor Amara, God bless you. But you came right from your heart, and thank you for that. Thanks for sharing, you guys. And really, people understand that it's something that is so real and so valuable. And I will give. And I will share my energy and my funds and money to causes and things that, people are actually doing amazing things. And this is a gift, and you can open this up to students to come over from the world. We're going to take a short break, and we're going to go and see something that was already built. I'm your host, Macarena Rose, and you're listening to the Overseas Radio Network.
Cuerpo, alegría, Macarena, que tu cuerpo es para dar la alegría y cosas buenas. Dala tu cuerpo, alegría, Macarena, Macarena. Dala tu cuerpo, alegría, Macarena, que tu cuerpo es para dar la alegría y cosas buenas. Dala tu cuerpo, alegría, Macarena.